Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing good. Oh, notification is working. Great. Jane is here. Mate. Teneric, Stigo, Danius. Good to see you all. So yeah, going live right into a bit of a pump here. I'd say I'm still gonna start with a higher time frame here. There's not much to do right now anyway. I'm trying to navigate a short bit. It's pushing. Let's load here. Where is it? Where are we at? Well, we remain at the value area high again. I'm back here. It's true that we didn't spend so much time at lows here. We had quite a bit of contracting volatility, as I was saying earlier here, because you know we have little dumps, but that got quickly brought up. That said, you know, it's kind of expectable, right? After a huge bump, a huge dump, and a repump here, and again another dump, but starting to see a bit of internal trace. Well, could be expectable to have a bit of this liquidity here that being played a bit more. That's what we get so far. Are we gonna make a higher high here? Not. There is no certainty. It's really have volumes growing locally, pushing up here. We do have spot trading. Yeah, we have Binance and Tether pushing this up here. You can see this upstick on the BUSD CVD. I suppose we got into a short squeeze. Not squeeze. There's new position opening here. Yeah, a lot of new position opening. What can I say? It's possible we're gonna take this high, but maybe we're just gonna reject like we did 3 times already. Oh, 2 times. Right, 3 times was the first one. For me, the idea remains still the same, you know. Only we pretend an impulse here, right? And I'm looking for this wave too. Still think there is, well, the best will be that we take this liquidity, right? It is not mandatory, of course, but I think it's still possible. We have to, yeah, keep zooming, being able to zoom out a bit sometime, because yeah, get too focused on the lower time frame here. While you can get great trade both sides, you just have to take profit. But yeah, right now where we are, it will be a long take profit. Potentially a short. It's kind of complicated for me here on a rotation perspective to grab a shot on the move 5 minutes or 1 minute, so the only thing that I could take is just based on protecting these highs here. So where is still the same short here, in fact. But not this one. Yeah, basically. So adding a bit here, the risk reward is good, but maybe it's gonna get stopped. I don't know, and if it gets stopped, maybe we just do an SAP and reject, maybe we go higher. Yeah, we'll see. For me here, it's still that we have an impulse down as my preferred scenario, and whatever happened here is a wave B. So if we get if we break 26 half April 26 high here, will be the wave B up here. If we go into a triangle contraction, well, we can have a wave B a bit lower here, but that's still what I'm favoring still. So we're close to invalidation, at least. So we'll, yeah, risk reward is pretty decent because shorting here, you have a target to SPOC will be already a target, and then maybe have a look at reaction. Should we see a dump lower here, but ultimately take the lows lower. Knowing that potentially, if this does play out, have 1-1 extension at first, or even 90, 1-1 extension here. But it depends where I finish the wave E, of course, because it can be a lot lower. But yeah, I just target is 25k. A lot of people are looking at this, so I would not be surprised if we did quite significantly lower, make a fake bottom here, and have a last deviation. But we are not there yet, because now we're pushing through resistance. But that remains my main for now, until invalidated. I mean, the main, at least an ABC in process. And so, yeah, alternatively, we can have, simply an A, probably take the B here and C. For a wave B, right? A, B. We can't ignore that. And so there's a few level above us I can still look for. There's a weekly that is untapped. Yeah, untested weekly level here. And a bit of we could even challenge close to the high and remain in a valid A, B, or even 1 and 2, choosing the worse. We have the POC of this distributional range here, just in confluence with weekly. Now with enough short squeeze, or if too much people are shorting here, it could push higher as well. That's why you can take the naked POC of the very high, and we have probably stop losses above here. Of course, we have above the high, and that what I would prefer not to see get taken. It will still not invalidate this as a wave 2 not finished, right? How that? Well, no, I think it worked better as an impulse here, but we can make this an ABC. I said as always, but now alternative bullish path. I'm gonna start with the bearish path out of this, but one that would take the high, well, not bearish, but anyway, what I mean is, well, you can go in the flat here. It would be either running or expanding. We'll still be in the process of it too. I kind of feel this is a bit too short, and we didn't. We played liquidity a lot here. Past few weeks have been quite reacting for everybody. For everybody, I mean for bears and bulls. For longs and shorts. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this being a beginning of a wave 3 impulse here. Really look like more of a shakeout. For sure, you shake out the long side a bit, but if you zoom out, you end up with a pretty bullish looking candlestick pattern on the 3-day and the weekly. And so when I see such a thing, I'm thinking, why are you printing such bullish looking candle pattern here at the high, just keeping this just above value area high of a range here, if it's not for betting longs, especially the one you wrecked 1-2 times, at least 3 times. You quick dump, you go back up, and you spend a bit of time before going back down. You have a lot of selling pressure on the way down here, then volume kind of dead for a bit, big pressure upside, and you have big sales, raking a lot of open interest. So closing open interest here, and then with the help of a short squeeze here, you bring price back up, you let it at the high. You see there is a lot of settings there. There is bearish div on spot. And then you start to see selling on spot here. It seems that most are still pretty bullish. I think I didn't check the fear and greed index, but we still didn't dip a toe into fear. We stayed at neutral value. So we deep on the May 1st, May 2, May 2nd, May 3rd. Wow. Just on the... So yeah, so we... of course, here we're like long, so... gradient index lowers beats. And then you make a local reversal and it's back up at its grid level. Yeah. But that's a guessing work, you know. I'm not with the guys who knows everything. So I hope, sure. Just make an educated guess. Let me check a bit the comments here. Hello, Canary Stick. Yeah. Grand Rising, bearish bulls and bullish bears. 150k. No, 50k in May. One said. Well, if we start to go here, it's not impossible, you know. And that, I mean, the bull scenario. Because if this is, if we consider this a finished correction, and we say that we finished our wave 2 here, we meet the minimum requirement for it. Well, hey, lower this one. I'll do. Yeah, that means we have probably a 1-2 here, or 1-2 for that matter. That's gonna change a bit the count at the end. Well, I mean, yeah, we would have, yeah, either 1-2 and a sub 1-2 here. And again, sub 1-2, sub 1-2, or something maybe a bit different. So how do you count this? There's so much overlapping again here. You don't really have a... You can't really count a proper 5 waves, you know. So that means extension or diagonal, but I don't think we can fit a diagonal here. This one is bigger, doesn't really look expanding either. This rip is so much just a rip. Maybe we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't change anything. But the trend is not great. But I mean 1, 2, 1, 2 potentially, and maybe we go now. If volume keeps coming in and grow, and you see the highs get taken and volume staying high all the way or growing, maybe that's where we go in. Switch to... Well, I guess it could be the sub count for a flat here as well. You know, the flat looking from A, B, C. I guess that's how we could count the sub count of the C here. C of the B. Let's go short. Short it, okay. We want 29,800. Okay. Hello. Ooh, to 32 cents, okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at who. I would like to see this high taken and then drop it. Definitely an option. Only need to put this in mute for a second. I can pass 29. That does look like a better short than Bitcoin. It looked very unfinished to me. Should I count that? We have the same structure as Bitcoin. And when did that start? Just a few hours ago. Okay. It's that golden pocket. Yeah. Okay. What is the level I have here? Buy from this. So it doesn't inspire me confidence. This is big pump, big volume, and there's no proper finish. This is not a proper high for an IoTician here. Definitely not. I would rather want to see a bit of distribution and a few higher highs before. And finish some kind of count. I want 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. Maybe it's just gonna fail. It would not be the first time this past few weeks. Music a bit loud. Okay, sorry. Can lower this down here. Would be better. Maybe you will not even hear it. But big triangle. Can you take a look at it? Bearish CVD in 5 minutes. Can I have? I guess I'm gonna take it here. 2, 3, 4, yeah. Okay. I mean, I see how it's sensible for a lot of trading strategy to get into a short here. We even took liquidity above this, where you most likely have a lot of short stop losses from the late ones. Especially in here. But something is not really right to me. Already into short squeeze mode here, so I think we'll go higher. That's what the volume is telling me, at least. Bitcoin is there's a lot of shakeouts. Hard again to have a strong stance here, as you really got both sides getting shakeout on the way. Now you have aggressive positioning coming at the high and the last bump here, but so this is most likely not just retail FOMO here. The volume is the increase in open interest is a bit too high of that. But each time we had an increase in open interest, lately it was just after a short squeeze or a long squeeze, and you got position getting trapped. But here it's really, well, you have your shorts, your long squeeze here, and you have your aggressive positioning pushing price up successfully. The last few times it happened, they didn't succeed, and they came really at the end of the move after the squeeze happened. Can I be CVT? Let's get CVT. I just need open interest here. The drawing will not work if I'm not using that one. Especially it's coming in confluence here with really Tether and Binance pushing this. Getting really close to the high. So what I would like to see is if we can remain below this high here in April 30 at 29,955, and if we start to range here, that could mean there's the push into liquidity to get the FOMO here then, and reverse the position at that point, or sell. Sells are long into short, and they'll close their short, which would close their long, which would drop the price. you know, some kind of manipulation here. It doesn't really feel finished. Now we kind of sustain above, make a little SFP here, but it sustain above it. Adds a lot of. It's already seeing aggressive short coming here. It's probably gonna get squeezed as well. Probably. As they close this here, that's telling knows the story slightly. Because that's the idea, otherwise it's you go aggressive long until you find your liquidity, short stop losses, and then you can close it. So really on Binance, on Bybit, it seems they found it, and there's a bit of long at the high. So that's kind of thing I would like to see, but with a bit more imbalance into long and then a range on a bit higher time frame, on 5 minutes rather than 1. Why? The computer is making noise. Getting out a bit. Yeah. The trend on the monthly MACD is changing in green. Okay, we'll take a look at your time frame. I just like to zoom out on this for a second. Interesting, because we have CUD trending up on the BTC USD pair, not so much on full aggregated, because there's a lot of selling on USDT. Derivative is rather flat. And see Binance start to push only since yesterday. Otherwise there was pretty much more selling. There's still selling. There's a Then is aggressive buy locally here at the end. At the end, maybe. Yeah. At least there's one sure thing. It's for me not the place to position aggressively into a long. Or at least, you know, wait for letting all this liquidity untouched doesn't seem sensible. At the same time, I don't see how we can be bullish and get back this liquidity here unless we finish to print an impulse up here and then come back later into a flat, then to an APC flat. There was so much effort on the sell side here, especially on spot. Oh, AG. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm rambling here, but it's a lot of spikes of volume. At least here it was looking bullish and it just failed. Here it's really playing liquidity. I just don't know where it's gonna stop. If we go on to higher time frame, monthly, what's this? Yeah, we're still at from all-time high VWAP here. So, well, monthly is just starting. A lot of things can change. MACD could rose bullishly in the monthly, which could very well be, even if we do them to 25k, because that can happen quickly. Maybe we do just like month prior, we have a pause, a bit of a ranging, and the next month we tend to take the low and we go into a very bullish close. Maybe that's what we'll do as well. I have a pretty high confidence that we are in a very bullish environment overall for Bitcoin, and that will, pretty confident. We'll go higher, so MACD will look nice at that point probably. I guess the 2 weeks is cross bullishly. That was the bottom. A bit too much low bells on the start. $32. Okay, yeah, we have these 2 weekly low bells as well. Which is where we have the 123 retracement of our dump here, I think. Maybe that's where we are going. Pushing. Could you have a look at Ethereum on a weekly and see if we are doing a wave peak correction after a twist up top? Yeah. On a weekly, okay, it seems clearer for me on the weekly for Ethereum. I just had a weekly pivot. No, maybe we are in an APC. Oh yeah, okay. Looks similar to this. Only difference is that we closed weekly above the previous week here, and here we had a bearish engulfing. To be honest, look a bit stronger than Bitcoin. Matter. But sure, I mean that could be exactly the same thing. It's just that I don't have much clean count here. Wow. Pretty clearly 5 waves. The question is, where do you finish your APC if that is right? But it's even more clearly 5 waves in Bitcoin because we have a lower low here. I don't see how we could fit that any other way. But yeah, that can come a bit higher still. And it looks like it's gonna go a bit. If there's any way I can count this as a expanding, maybe. Would make you 1, 2 on A, B. So that can be W, X, Y as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To finish your wave C somewhere. Seems that we're still into a lower degree third moment. Yeah. I guess that's the most sensible. I'll retest your previous range lows. I need to know push to trap. The closer you come to the high, you're gonna trap people in the weekly. Doesn't tell me much here. Apart that we have an SFP from August, so that's overall rather good for local dot. Especially as we come down in 5 waves down in impulse. Yeah, breaking above the high would invalidate that as a correction. Because we have a motive impulsive wave here. And so you cannot really have a flat here, unlike Bitcoin. It's got Bitcoin, we can fit an ABC a bit better here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. AB. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bitcoin allow with this as ABC down, it allow for taking the high and still being a corrective. But maybe we'll not, things were very pushy here and reverse pretty quickly. It's hard to call these things. Nice start to see maybe selling, but no, often you see it a bit late. You see the spot CVD start to trend down. Could be a good sign. This spot selling so much into that range. Obviously, it's being fueled by short squeeze. It's short squeeze. Now because if you're here, you saw what can short squeeze do and how long they can run. It doesn't necessarily mean much. That's gonna be my kind of final word here, I think. Where is my map? No, it's previous week value are high. Previous week, right? Well, that was a week prior, which seems to be defining the range not bad. I mean, that's it. We are at resistance. Things look a bit pushing bullish, so that's what we should be doubtful about. And the count, I think, yeah, I recap everything. Bullish and bearish. Without much emphasis on the bullish one, because I'm very doubtful about it. So anyway, I guess that will be all for today. Thanks for joining in, guys. And yeah, I see you all soon. Take care. We'll try to do another update soon. Oh yeah, I forgot to. Well, because I really like this scenario, but I'm getting iffy. But maybe if it come back down here without taking the high, how things could continue to to be iffy. The idea of a triangle that I still like. Especially with such soapiness, we don't know exactly where triangle will be. You know, probably that some that would be looking at it like this, finished. It's not really contracting here, but maybe a bit later. Here, for example, I would think how I've been very trappy here. Should that play out, I would not be surprised to see an inside triangle playing 4 wave D. And have a fake break of the triangle of another shoot, the wave E. Often on a triangle you have either undershoot or overshoot on the wave E. Or rather undershoot, by the way. Which means you don't tag the main trend line, you reverse prior. But you can have an overshoot as well, as long as you don't take the high of the C wave. But if we consider this part of a wave T, well, we could even SFP this high. That would be tricky, but you know, just like we did here. SFP this one, but not that one. Maybe we'll do the same again. But that's really forecasting in data that is far from confirmed. Just a wild guess here. That I wanted to share. So thanks again, everybody. Take care, have a good weekend, and see you all soon. Bye.